My name's Tim Emmett, and these are the Tim Diaries. Welcome to the Tim Diaries. I'm here in Squamish with young Mr. Will Stanhope. Some of you might know him for his ascent of the Cobra Crack, which was supposed to be one of the hardest crack climbs in the world. And also more recently, a repeat of Leah Holding's 10-year project in Yosemite, the Prophet. But Will, the last time we went climbing together was in England, in the Peak District, when you were trying Parthian Shot. I mean, Will, you could have died.
Yeah, I was up there on those holds, and yeah, I just had a deep pit in my stomach feeling that I wasn't meant to be up there right then and there. And
Really?
Yeah, the next thing I know, I fell, and I was sort of waiting for the rope to catch me. You know, you're waiting. The next thing you know, you're on the ground, solid thud.
You alright, mate?
Remember my foot feeling like, maybe I can walk, and then just trying to walk. And not happening. I remember having a lot of trouble breathing. I remember I was sort of hyperventilating. It was a grisly scene.
Tell me about it. A few months later, you managed to recover, and you started climbing again, and you seemed to get into doing a lot of soloing. You ended up soloing some pretty hard stuff. I mean, you soloed up to the halfway ledge on Northern Lights, and you also did the Zombie Roof, and you ended up doing Separate Reality as well. Why was that?
So for me, the whole soloing thing was, a lot of ways, it was like reteaching myself how to climb again, and I mean, in particularly weight my left foot. So
Yeah.
I would just solo really easy things. Moved on to harder stuff, but it started off with really easy things, just relearning how to weight the crystals, and yeah, just sort of some quiet time.
Yeah, I mean, what was it like doing Separate Reality? How did it feel?
Well, a lot of those solos, or in Separate Reality in particular, it's, like I was probably like 14 years old, where you see that classic shot of Wolfgang Gulick in like the running shorts, and he looks so wildly exposed. So the first time I did it, it was always in the back of my head. A lot of those solos I could have done way previously, but I always sort of, you keep them in the back of your head and work towards it until it's going to feel really, really solid. Because I don't like being scared.
Out of all the solos that you've done, which one is the most memorable for you?
This other one called Sentry Box in Nightmare Rock.
Okay.
Peter Croft soloed that in the 80s, and it's sort of another one that I had in the back of my head for a long time, and that one feels really exposed.
But is it like 12A?
Yeah, it's 12A.
So it's like 7A plus or something.
But it's, I think there's a reason it hasn't been soloed again.
Really?
Has a really wild feel to it.
I think many people outside of the climbing world, when you mention the word soloing, the first person they think about is Alex Honnold.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think there's anything different that you're doing that Alex is doing as well? I mean, do you think that you two are on the same sort of train, or how do you feel? What's the sort of comparison between you two?
I think Alex Honnold is by far the most talented free soloist probably ever. I don't really feel any competition, or I don't want to feel any competition. He's, leagues better than me, and I don't want to. I think as soon as it becomes like you start measuring your accomplishments against other people's, I think that can be a really dangerous game.
Yeah,
so at the end of the day, it's a really personal thing, and you really have to have that good gut instinct in yourself, as opposed to like stacking things up, and I think that's a really dangerous game. So it's a really personal thing for me.
Hey, so going back to Parthian Shot, did you know that Ben Bansby repeated it without the flake?
Yeah, I think that's wildly impressive.
What do you think, mate? Do you fancy going back and having a go?
Yeah, that's a good question. I've been terrified of the UK ever since I broke my foot, but I'm slowly getting over it. So maybe maybe I will. I think I'd go back and have a little bit more of a slow progression through the different grit routes. I'm still fascinated by the area. I still think it's awesome, but I think I'd be a little bit less, like wildly gung-ho.
Yeah.
A little bit, easier on the gas pedal.
A bit wiser.
Yeah. But, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I'd take a look at it. I mean, I think about it for sure.
Yeah, good one.
But,
maybe put to bed those past demons.
Yeah, I still have nightmares about it, though. So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.